Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. So last week we had all kinds of problems with our setup here in that we were starting to run short on all kinds of things. And most importantly, we have begun to run low on power. So the main way that we're going to have to deal with the power is by increasing the number of turbines and stuff that we've got. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to come down here and we're going to have to increase our capacity on our station down here. That's fairly straightforward. We are going to have to put in a load of extra water pumps and a load of turbines and stuff, and we're just going to scatter it around. It's not going to be neat and tidy by any stretch. It's going to be fairly messy. But we will get it in there, and then later on, the plan is actually to rip all of that up, and we're going to move it all the way up here, and where all of this stuff is being extracted at the moment, that is where all of the new stuff is going to be. We're eventually going to have to start clearing some of these bugs out of the way so that we can start moving some stuff around, extracting more ore and stuff from under their noses, but we're not going to have to worry about that today. So, first and foremost, I want to keep getting... I need advanced circuits. I need lots of advanced circuits. I actually need 1,000 of them because what I want is another 2 nuclear reactors. I've got 2 nuclear reactors built at the moment, and that's kind of the whole issue that we had last week was that we realized that we'd run out of red circuits, and then the reason that red circuits weren't being made was because we'd run out of plastic, because we were running low on some other stuff. I've kind of addressed some of those issues, not all of them, but they are at the moment kind of beginning to level themselves out. Now, I do have an issue here in that sulfuric acid is running low. I just don't have the materials coming in. I need petroleum to come in here so that I can make the sulfuric acid. I need petroleum to make the sulfur, and the petroleum is coming through here. That's coming through this one here. So what it's doing is I've got the light oil. I've got a surplus of light oil now. I got way too much of it, and that's coming in, and that's being turned into petroleum, which in turn is being melded straight into plastic. What I'm not getting is a surplus of this coming over here in order to be making sulfur, to be making the sulfuric acid, which is a slight problem. I mean, it's not a major drawback at the moment. We've got other setup up here. I've got yet more light oil here being converted into petroleum. And then I got this setup over here that I made very quickly, which is turning surplus heavy oil into the light oil over here. Now, the light oil has actually filled everything up there, which is kind of part of what's causing our problems here. So, yes, I do have that all working quite nicely, but I do need to add in a couple of extra little bits just to restore a little bit of balance. And what I was going to do before I go worrying about the main issues that we've got, which is the power, before I worry about that too much, I'm going to just come in here. I'm looking for my chemical plants, and I see them not. I do not see my chemical plants. So I will go into this one, and I will request some more of these. Chemical plant right there. I don't know if I've actually got these being made anywhere. Maybe I don't. Let me make 5 of them. If I do... Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I want to... Well, I suppose if I request 10 of them like that, are they going to bring me some chemical plants or not? I don't think they do. I think that the chemical plants don't actually... they're not being created anyway because I didn't have a major need for them. So I need to go in here and I need to make 5. If I just build 5 of these, putting 5 of them down here is actually going to work quite nicely. I'm going to put them in a line down here, and they are going to make more of the... take more of the light oil and turn it into petroleum. Now, it is being used up fairly quickly in the plastic plants over here, partly because I've got all of those... Actually, no, that shouldn't make any difference, just because they've all got 3s and these are going to use less of them, these productivity ones. I could do with changing some of these productivity ones over. So if I go control and then run through those, that's at least going to change those over so it'll produce a higher quantity of petroleum coming through. Then I want to come over this side, and I also want to get my 5 plants that I've just made. There they are. And I want to change those around like that, and I could put them up there, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. I don't know if I put another one over. Actually, I can put another one there. It's not going to be in the way of anything. These here are done with, so I can actually remove those. If I get my red deconstructor print, I can just remove that lot, and I can remove that one there. Right. So now I've got these. I don't need to worry about that pipe there. That's not... Well, actually, that might be in the way of what I want to do here. We'll see. So I want to change light oil cracking to petroleum. And I'm going to shift, right-click on there, and then click onto these as well. So that will change all of those. And then I need to have an input down here. So I need a water input first. So I will take these pipes, and I'm going to do the water like this. And do this. Do you remember I was doing this in the last episode? Just kind of putting the pipes in this kind of fashion. So I'll do it like that there. And then I'm actually going to need one more, which I want to put there like that. Just so that it's on the outside. And then we can take these pipes, and I can put 2 there and 1 there. And I'll do that all the way along. I go down 2 and then 1. Down 2 and then 1. And down 2 and then 1. Down 2 and 1 on there. And I also want to put 1 on there, so that fastens onto that bit. And then I can go back to these pipes over here. And I do like this, so that it comes either side of those. And it makes the rest of these T pipes like this. And I do the T like that. I'm going to do 1 there, and then I'm actually going to do 1 more there and there. Although I don't actually need to do that. It's just if I, if you know the squeak through mod disables for whatever reason, then I want to make sure that I can still actually use it. So in order to get the petroleum from here up into this bit, I actually just need to join these together, and I need to also go underneath this sulfuric acid pipe. So I'm going to do that like that, and then I'm going to bring it over there. So that's going to bypass that bit there, and then the rest of it can just be a straight pipe. So if I go there, join that one in, and then those come out through there, and I've just made a horrible mistake. I've joined the water pipes. You do have to be very careful. It's very easy to make mistakes like this. So I've now actually got to remove every single pipe along here, because I've just filled them all up with water. And it doesn't matter if I go and push something else into it, because those pipes have got water in them. I have, they've got water. You've got to remove the pipes. That's the only thing that you can do. So if I do that over to, actually, that one's also going to have water in it. So I'm going to do that there. Then I can do this again, and I can do it properly this time. So I want to go under there, and then I want to come up there. And I'm actually going to have to do the T-junctions on this so that I don't get that whole issue with the pipes again. So I'll do it like that. And I'll T-junction on that one, and then this one here as well. And that one there will go... Actually, I don't even need to do that. I can just leave it like that. So then I can go in here, and I can get a solid pipe. And I go back through, so that there is coming out of this one. And then I can put a solid pipe there to take this one. Solid pipe there. It's not joined in anywhere, so this is all going to be petroleum pipe now, and that will come up there, and I can put one right where I'm standing just about, and that will join up into those bits there. So now I've got feed in, and I've got outputs on them as well. I've got 8 of these, so I can put a few in there like that. I still need to get a few more. I've got 46 of them. I'm going to put those into the logistics trash. And they should swap a few over, I'm hoping. That'll help to manufacture another round of them. I got 1 more there. I'm actually going to drop... Oh, I've got 2 now. Put 2 in there. I want 5 more. 5 more of those level 3 productivity modules just to finish off that little bit there. While we're waiting for those, I'm going to put in some power. So I'll power there. And onto that one, and onto that one there, and that's going to start them all up. So now they're producing petroleum, and with them producing the petroleum at the moment, what it means is we should now have a slight surplus, which means that the sulfur can then start making. And if the sulfur can make, then the sulfuric acid can make, and then these pipes down here will fill up, And that means that these down here will start to fill up with sulfuric acid again. It's waiting on sulfuric acid. This is kind of the big thing at the moment. I've got some red circuits sort of stacked up in some of these chests, and they're waiting. So sulfuric acid is kind of the big drawback at the moment. So I've still got, I got one more productivity 3 module at the moment. They're going to take a little while to come in. So let me just take that one. I'm going to swap one of those over like that. And that's going to have to do for a minute. I get rid of one of them. That'll have to do there for a minute. So we kind of helped it out a little bit, but it's not going to be fast. So it still needs to keep going. We need to address the power. The power is our next major issue. And I know that I'm still waiting on more of the advanced circuits. I do have them. They're dribbling in at a fairly steady rate, but they are still... I'm still kind of waiting on them. Now, I got masses of those. They're going up in waves at the moment, and they're still working. I've got 1,500 robots in reserve, which means that I've got... Actually, I've got about 10,000 robots currently flying on this map, which is... That's not a small quantity. 10,000 robots is not bad, really. When you really think about it, 10,000 robots flying all at the same time is fairly impressive, even if I do say so myself. So I'm going to bring this down here. Now, I've sort of been doing some adding up, and I'm still not really sure that I got the numbers right on this. I've got 8 plants here. I've got 7 sections. Well, I've got 14 sections for 8 plants, and I don't really know the precise ratios that I want to have in order to make this work properly. So it's very much guesswork for me. But what I am going to do is I'm going to set this down. I'm going to set 2 more plants out, and then I'm going to set out... for each 2 that I do, I'm going to do a double one of those. So I'll do 4 lines of those for 2 of these, because I think that is basically about the right level. So I got 4 of them. I got 3 of them on this side, and those 3 go up. If I can just cross the track, yes I can. Those 3 there go into those 3 lines there, and then these 4 here move into these 4 lines down here. And I've got blueprints for those long lines. So those are all okay, and it's just the number of these compared to the number of these. So I'm actually thinking I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these, and I got 8 of these big plants here. So I'm just going to go 2 for 2, and I'm going to kind of hope that I've got that ratio reasonably accurate. I feel it's a good guess anyway. So we'll come into here, and... How did I want to do this? I think I actually need to remove those 2 like that. And I can't put poles in the middle because it kind of does that around the edges. So I need to bring a pole in there just to make sure that I've got everything powered down that side. And then I will get my... Where are they? Power plants here. I'm going to put one in there, and I'm going to put one in there. And then those are joined together in the middle. And then I just need to sort of copy this little bit here. That's actually really simple to copy out. I can get a... Where are they? Purple chests here. So I just put a purple chest there and over that side. Then I get a blue chest here, request a chest. Leave a gap, and I go there, and I go over there. And then I take a wooden telegraph pole, and I go like that. And then I get one of those. Actually got to go that way round. No, I don't. I want to go that way round for that one. And then that way round for that one. And then there, and then there like that. Right. That's that bit set up. I'm still waiting on the rest of these. I need 1,000 of these altogether to make the other 2 nuclear power plants that I want to make. It's not like a major issue. So I want 50 uranium fuel cells into this chest here. So if I just shift right click on there and then click into that one, and they'll bring them down. I'll do the same on there, and suddenly there they go. I've got a load of robots just around this area here racing like mad to bring them all in, and they'll bring them into those chests, and they're ready to load. So there we go. We got the nuclear reactor. That one has already started firing up. These heat pipes, they actually connect all of them anyway. As long as they're touching, you can just take the heat pipes out of one side, as well, as far as I know. I don't know this for certain. I've seen different ways of doing this. I've seen some nuclear sort of layouts where I think they have the steam goes on the very outside and then the other stuff moves on the inside or something like that. I can't remember exactly how it goes. And then you've got water as well. I do need to adapt this layout ever so slightly, I think, so that I can have a nuclear power plant. You need to have the nuclear power plants touching each other. You want them to be pressed right up against each other. And then these here, they are as close as they can be, I think, without causing any issues. I mean, maybe I could move them up one so that the steam pipes were shared, but I don't think that's beneficial. I think you do want to keep them separate so that they will all move over into their own unique steam turbines over on that side. They're all moving straight over there. Yeah, I think so. It really is a job to tell that if you've got this right or not. It's such a guesswork, really. Anyway, doesn't really matter. So let me look in here and see. At the moment, I want to get it reasonably accurate, but I'm not that concerned if it's not 100% accurate because I've got other things that I can do. So there is my steam turbines one, and there is my heat exchangers one. I'm going to drop that one into there, and I'm going to take that one as well. I'm going to drop that one in there. I've got 201 advanced circuits now, so we've got a few more have come down. There's nothing else that I need in here in order to assist with my nuclear power. I don't think so. No, there's nothing else in there. So then I can go in here and I can take this one. So I want the heat exchangers first. Now these here, I'm actually thinking I'm going to put these underneath. I don't know how many pipes need to be run out or not run out or anything like that. I've got no clue on that whatsoever. So I'm going to run that down there. Put that one there, and then I'm going to run another one directly underneath it. Leave a gap so that the pipes don't connect up. Like that. And we'll run the next lot out there. So they should be bringing down a whole load of robots, should come racing down very shortly, and they should fill in the rest of these. What we need to do, though, is we've got these water pumps down here. I need to start bringing some water up. One water pump for each of these lines on here. So I'm going to bring one line of pipes there. I've got a line of pipes there, and I can bring that one round. And all you've got to do is you just click and hold on there and then start running like that, and it will do it at maximum stretch. So I'll bring that one up to that point right there, and I can remove that one, and then I can just put ordinary pipes in there like that. So that one is there. It's now filling that bit up, completely filled. I've got heat exchange pipes going in there. I need to get some more heat exchange pipes, although I think I can actually just make the ones that I want rather than requesting a load. If I can find heat exchange pipes. Where are they? Oh, there they are. So I can make 50. 10 steel plate. That is a lot for the pipes. Yeah, well, I need several of these, so I'm going to go for 20 odd. That'll probably do. So I've got one lot there. I've got another lot there that I need to do with another thing of water. So I'm going to bring that one up as well. We're going to have to be moving these round corners in order to get this to fit. This is going to be messy and untidy, and it's not going to work very well. Well, I say it's not going to work. It is actually going to work really well. It's definitely going to work really well. But no, what it's not going to do is it's not going to be neat and tidy. It is going to be a messy setup, this. And I'm quite happy for it to be a messy setup because the actual tidy one that we're going to be running really well later on in the series, that is going to be, like I said, that's going to be up the top where things matter. So I'll bring that one to there. And I'm going to actually, no, I will. I'll put it right where it is. Nope, there. If I go there and then put that one there. So I want to get one pipe going to that point, like that. Which means I want to put that one there like that, and then that one there. So yes, I know that I've got like two right next to each other, which is not a very good use of resources, but I figure it's worth it. And I put one there and that one in there. So then I've also got this one here that I need to bring out. So I'm actually going to loop that one back over this side and then back in again. And I know, again, this is getting very, very messy. And we don't really want messy like this, if we can help it. But we can't really help it on this particular time. So I put that there like that. I've seen all kinds of plans for, like, when you've got loads of space, you can really lay this out in a much better fashion, and it works really well. It's like a proper modular system that will ultimately, it basically gives you, like, the perfect layout for the factories and everything, for all of these heat exchangers and all of the steam pipes and everything like that. I think you just do these in a single line. Rather than having a double line of boilers coming off of the same heat pipes, you just have a single line of the heat pipes and then the heat exchangers and that moves on to a line of turbines. And it does seem to work fairly well. So I've got one up there is now fed down onto this one, and then that one is fed down here onto this one. That one is fed onto this one here, and then this one here feeds up and into that one. So I just need to run a pipe down from here and into my... there we go. Go like that. Nope, no, 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 no! That is so wrong. That's completely out of line with everything else. We can't have that. You can probably see, I spent a lot of time initially getting this sort of lined up absolutely perfectly. Part of the reason that you got this setup, well, this setup is like it is to try to get the optimal performances out of everything. Now, we've got 500, temperature is 548 going into these. If it's got to be 500 or above in order to work. So it needs to be 500. If you get it to 500, that's excellent. That's really good. That's what you want. If it doesn't reach 500, then you need to go higher. So I'm going to bring that one out there like that, and then I'm going to come straight down here and onto that one as well. Remove that, and I'll put two each. I'll go one each side like that. There. Right. That's heat pipes coming out, but are they going to be hot enough? The temperature is now going to come up. It takes a while for these to build up. The temperature on all of them does take a little while to build up. They've got neighbor bonuses. These have got neighbor bonuses as well. So you got the neighbor bonus is something that is actually quite important to this, to make sure that it all does actually work properly. It's kind of crucial. So the temperature in there is 50 degrees, right? Temperature there on the end is very low. That's 120 up there. Back this end is 370, and down here is 270. So it's not ideal. We don't have the perfect temperatures yet. And down here, that one there is 509, and then in here it's 500. So I am wondering if we're going to end up not able to get the optimal temperature down here. Whether these boilers are not actually going to reach a high enough temperature for us to be able to run this whole system properly anyway. So it's the pipe in the middle that's already reached 500 degrees up there. This one here is 470, which means this one here, this boiler is 470 as well. 480. That is literally about to start firing up now. And there we go. You just seen the steam go along, and the steam went along there. So we've now got steam in the pipe, and it's going to start building up pressure as well. It's not got anywhere to go at the moment. We now need to lay down this next set of blueprints, and the problem that I got now is that the blueprint is that big. It's huge. It's absolutely massive. So in order to get this to work properly, what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to extend them down this way. I need to lay out two of these, and there's no, actually I didn't have the whole thing in a long line, did I? No, I got, like, it's on double lines. That's what I did. So I can put these, if I kind of like join them together, I might be able to do it going this way. Can I make this work? I actually know if I can make this work properly, because those are sort of, they're spread apart. If I put two there, the one issue that you do have is you've got to have a gap in between them in order to be able to run the power lines down through them. I'm going to go like that, and then I'm going to put another gap, and then I'm going to put another gap, so that they're all like this. So those steam turbines are there, and then I don't have anything in between them, so I'm going to run these power lines here all the way down through in order to make the power. Right, it's not actually making the power because of where I'm running. It's not actually, like, matching up the power lines like I want it to. There, that's matched them up. And then I can come along here. Oh, it's because I still haven't done it right. It's very frustrating when it doesn't quite work exactly how you've planned it in your head. That one will go in there, and then that one there. So I've got power going to them. Or power coming out of them. I'm going to have to manually place each one of these down. There, and one there, and then over this side. And I can drop one in there. And then I've just got to come down underneath, and I've got to do one last line of them down here as well. Right, so there is a line of them down through there. I can jump back up this side, and I'm going to do this, and then connect in that power. So all of the power is now on. They're all fired up, but what we don't have is the steam connecting them all, and that is going to be the last little bit that we do. So if I take those, now what I've done on all of the others is I don't have all of the steam connected, but I'm actually thinking that on this I'm going to try connecting all of the steam together so that each one can feed each one. And I don't know if this is going to be better or worse. I genuinely don't. I've got no idea if this is going to be a successful idea or a bad idea. And I'm also going to connect them in to these pipes up here. So I'll bring that in like that, and then I'm going to take that one. I'm going to leave the others for a minute. I'm just going to connect all of these T-junctions in here like this. So they're all connected together. That one and then that one in there. And then we've got to bring the steam out of these over this side, which will entail using those. And I go like that. One there, under, and then that one will come out over to this side. So I can actually remove that pipe, that underground pipe, rotate round. A few. It would probably be easier if I was to put those down here, because we're not actually using the blue belts at the moment, so I can just replace the blue belt bits. Like that. Right. That's one of them done, so then I need to take another one over here, and I want to run that one out as well. So go like that. And I can pop that one into that point right there. So if I remove one of these, put that bit up, I'm going to need to remove that other pipe there as well so that it does connect them all in again. And then I need to do the same on the next line. Put that one across. And then that one will actually just jump straight into there, so that's connecting in as well. And then finally we've got this line down here. If I rotate that pipe round, that'll put that into there, and then that one can go in there. So that pipe can go, I'll put one there like that, and one in there to connect them all up. Right. Performance. We got the steam running in, and performance is low, but it is actually working now. So that means all of these are working. I haven't connected these top ones up in together, but we do have all of this working down here. The big issue down here, right, that boiler there has reached 650 degrees, so that is working. That one is also 600 degrees. So we've got plenty of temperature all the way through everything. Everything is now pumping temperature out, is pumping steam through. The steam is actually backed up a little bit on these, which seems a bit odd. I guess it's because I'm not using up all of the provided water, or not necessarily that. I don't know what the real reason is. It might be because I'm no longer, like, absolutely hogging every single little drop of juice that is being produced by this system. The accumulators here, I've got the accumulators are... I'm not using anything on the accumulators, and they've also fully charged as well. So production at the moment is we got 1.2 gigawatts there, satisfaction and production. So that's actually running quite nicely. I can double this up again. I still don't have my 1,000 advanced circuits down here, so I can't actually make that. I'm still waiting on another 200 advanced circuits in order to just do that again, and then I can add in another lot of this, though I'm hoping that what I've done there is going to be sufficient. I don't actually need to do any more than that for now. So I'm just going to, I can get across the track just fine, so I'm going to come racing back up here, and I'm actually going to change these numbers back down to 500, because if I just have 500, I can make those two things when I need them. I'm still waiting on those, obviously, the advanced circuits. I want to click on there we go, advanced circuits. I'm going to change the advanced circuits to 600, actually. Just so that it keeps it gives me like a little bit of a surplus on those. And I need, oh, it's the concrete. I want 1,000 concrete, 500 concrete rather. So I've got 1,000 on me, but I'll only have 500. It's going to give me a little bit more space in here. It's just those, you need 500 of each of those items. So I'm on 324 of advanced circuits, 327 now. It's slowly climbing. The number of advanced circuits that I got is slowly climbing. The red circuits that I was making, they're building down here and they're doing very well. It's plastic bars that we're mostly waiting on. Now, if we look on our list, we've got 1.1 million coal. So really caning it through with the coal extraction. We've also got 76,000 iron ore. But we did have a massive reserve of copper ore, which we no longer have. We don't have spare copper plates, and we don't have spare copper ore. We do have a surplus of copper cables coming through, but copper ore and copper plates are no longer visible on our list. We got iron ore on there, but I don't see iron plates. So iron plates are low. Essentially, we are still low on resources. We've got this issue where everything is like pouring in. We've got all this stuff pouring in, but we just don't have enough being processed through. I've got the fact that I've got a load of iron ore in storage indicates to me that we've got this isn't working fast enough. So if we look in a little bit closer, you can see we're on level 1 productivity modules and level 1 speed modules all the way through these, except up here. It is higher up here. Now that our power consumption is right back up to, our power supply is back up to perfect again, that's not going to be an issue. The main issue we got now is that we're going to start running out of storage. We've been pouring coal and uranium into storage, and we've been absolutely pouring that in as fast as we possibly can. And yes, we've got stuff, it is sort of being used, is being processed and being put back and forth, but we do have serious issues. So what I want next is I want a storage area for these chests, and I want it to be a lot bigger than it is right now. I'm just going to, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a storage area. I'm going to actually do this. I'm just going to try and cross the track here without dying very quickly. I'm going to go out of range of our robots, and there's a very specific reason for that. I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to do a line along there. I'm going to come back into range because I do need some more chests. So if I just come down here, and then I'm going to change my storage chest request at the moment. I'm going to boost that right up to 500 storage chests. I'm probably going to regret asking for 500 of these. I really am. It's going to fill my bags up completely. I think I can only take 50 at a time. But yeah, I want a whole load of these coming in. I've still only got 300 of those. I might actually... yeah. I might get rid of some of this stuff. Let me get rid of a couple of those. That'll free up a little bit of space. Yes, I can only take 50 of those in a stack. So I want to get rid of a few of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get rid of a load of those as well. That's going to help so that I've got another big lot of storage chests coming in. And there is a very specific reason for this particular madness that I'm about to embark on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want 2 more stacks, and that will be perfect. I'm just going to drop that one down there a minute and take a look. Storage chests. How many storage chests have I got? I think I got 1,000. I think I've set it to 1,000 in the system. They will make more of them. As time goes on, they will make more. Right, I've got my storage chests. So I'm going to go back up here, and the reason I'm doing this is because I'm making a blueprint. I want to make a blueprint of a whole load of chests in a square. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There. 17, 18, 19, 20. Right, so there's 1, 2. That's lots. Let me count this up a second. Okay, that is 20 by 20. So I'm just going to run that one down there, and I'm going to run this one out through here. So I've got a full 20 by 20 grid. So then we can fill this one in. Now, because I got the squeak through, I don't actually need to worry about not being able to access the middle of this particular little pattern. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to build a setup where I've got storage chests in a massive area. I mean a massive area of storage chests. So that I've got a 20 by 20 there. I kind of want this one to be in the middle of this 20 by 20, but I don't think it's actually going to be in the middle of the 20 by 20. I also need to make sure that the power can get all the way over. So this only takes up 1 space. But what I can also do is I can use these. Now these, they actually take up a 4x4, so that's not quite so good. So in which case I'll go for, I think I might, no, I won't. I'll go with these. The wire reach is 9, whereas the wire reach on those is 7.5. So if I go on that one, I can do a wire reach on this one here. Now this does, if I remember correctly, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can do 4 on each side of this. What I'm going to make a grid. And it's going to be perfectly symmetrical. It has to be symmetrical. When you play this game, your grids and everything you make has got to be symmetrical. It's just one of those things, okay? Don't argue. Don't ask questions. Don't say why. It's just got to be, okay? Just accept it as fact and move on. So we've got to do... That's as far up as I can go with that one. Although if I'm doing that, I'm actually using up almost a 4x4, so I reckon I can do this a little bit better. I can take that one out, and then I can go and I can use these. I can go in there like that, and I can put one there to the north, and then that one, that goes all the way up. That goes a long way out. So we can use that power supply, that power point there, so just one above it will work really well. So then we kind of want to come out in a circle around this thing. So I've got, it's out by 4, so I want to go up 1, 3, 4, 5, that's 6, 7 on there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's 7 there. So that'll be 8 down there. So I need to come out one more layer on this side. There we go. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's this one over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I count wrong? I got a feeling I counted wrong, because there's 4 on each side of this. Bring that down there like that. That one can go out there, and you can come up there, and you can come out there. So that looks symmetrical, except for this line up the top. I don't know, this feels wrong to me. I'm going to do another count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, there's too many down here. Right, so we'll remove a line down. We got an errant line. We got too many. So I can remove that one there, and I can remove that one, and then I can remove that one as well. So now, that is the area that this one can reach. So I've got, basically, I can go that full extension, and all that's going to be holding me back is the limit of where this wire can go to the south, which is there. That's the limit of where that one can go, which is outside of the range of the Roboport anyway. Except that if I've got the Roboport extended right out. Okay, that's going to be fine. Ignore my ramblings. I think I've got this lined up correctly. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That flashing is horrible. I don't know how to get rid of it, though. Right, I want chests here. So I want to now just fill in all of this area. So we'll do it like that. And just fill in there. And then fill in this area here. There we go. Every single chest is going to fill in. And this is going to be my long-term storage zone. Now, my previous long-term storage zone was, you know, reasonable. But this is going to be far better. This is really going to be long-term storage. This is going to be absolutely enormous. So there is our block. And I want to make that block a little bit bigger. I know that I've got these, the Roboport in the middle, and ideally you do want more Roboports, but what I'll do is I'll surround the outside with even more Roboports. So I'll come up like that, and I'll do that as well, just to make sure that it is even all the way around. And then finally, a line along there, and I think that is... I've got another 52. I can't do all the way around with just 52, so I'm going to come down here and I'm going to let the robots bring me a few more chests. And then once they brought me a few more chests, I'm going to go and load that up again. Now, that storage area there, that can stay. And we've then got to decide where our new storage zone is going to go. And I'm actually thinking that it's going to be over here to start with. We can extract those trees. And they'll sort of use that area there, and it's going to be reasonably close to some of these furnaces. I mean, maybe it would be better if we could make it any more central location. This area here, this would be better. If we could get it in this area, we've still got some ore here to be extracted. This is an issue here. We've got this ore here is still being extracted. I've got 12,000 there, 24,000 on that mining belt there, but I can change this round. Actually, we can get rid of this bit. That can all go, and what I can do instead is that one's out. I can remove these. This is very old base here, so we're literally just waiting on the last of the ore to be extracted on this little bit, and then we can make some changes. So what I can do is if I get rid of these belts here, that one's done. That one's done as well. And then I can take active provider chests and I can dump those down there like that. And I can drop an active provider on there. And then finally I can put one on there. And I think that is all of the mining drills that still have copper on them. Don't think there's any others. So we can let the rest of this remove itself. And... then those active provider chests, the robots will basically force out. Then I can get rid of all of this lot, and then I can start moving my extra chests down here. I've got this lot here. We are going to just do a little bit more in here. I'm going to just fill these in down here like this. And fill that in there. I want to fill all of these in. Like that. Just fill in this gap. Now, this is kind of just like the starting area. We got 1.1 million coal. I'm not going to be doing this all the time. It's not going to sort of be this forced extraction into the long-term storage because it's not ideal. You're double handling. The reason I'm doing it, we got produce 1 million electronic circuits. That's not bad. The reason I'm doing this is because obviously we do want to clear that area to the north. That's going to be where our new factory power supply is all going to be based. So I want as much area cleared there as possible. And then once all that area is cleared, we're sort of good to go. So I've laid all of that out. That's all filled in now. If I just come round... Actually, I'm going to go back over here, and that the ore should have removed itself off of those belts now. I can start doing some cleaning up. I go to there. Right, so my first cleaning job is going to be... I need to put a Roboport down there. I've got a Roboport missing. All I'm going to do to start with is I'm just going to remove everything, and then I can go back through and I can replace any wiring that needs to be done so that things can keep running. Take that lot there. See, I've got massive sections of the base now that are going to be without wiring. And I can remove that there. I've got more over here that can come out. Like that. I'm going to leave the RoboPort where it is, but the rest of it goes. Up like this. And the power is going as well. Everything is going. We're removing the lot. Cannot insert fast transport belt. Yeah, that's just great. So, let me... Right, I know what the... Oh, what have I done now? Oh, it's because that one's run out of power. That's what I've done now. I can't put this one back either. So what I've got to do is I've got to pick that one up and drop that in there like that. And then put these belts into there. I don't want these belts on me. I don't want to be carrying them around. They're a waste of time for me. I don't need them. I can get rid of those as well. You can't shift-click to get rid of those. So I can just move them out the passive provider chests. I use them. I just don't want that many of them on me at the moment. So I can get rid of some of those. I'll get rid of those. And I'll keep hold of the coal at the moment. I do want to remove those two logistics robots. They can go into here. Just put them out like that. Right, so now I can go back and I can grab my deconstructor again. And I can go like that. I can deconstruct that lot and there. And then I can come around here. I can take them. And the power. All of those. We're going to come back in a minute and we're going to replace all of the power lines that we need to replace. So that the robo network will sort of come back up online. That's what it needs to do. It's currently is offline because I've got no power to any of it. So because of the lack of power, it'll then say, oh, it's offline, it's not working, this is no good. And have mad panic. So if I just bring those over like that and that there with those. Right, so now I can go back on here and I can start extracting, well, having the robots remove some of this stuff just by putting it into my trash slots. It picks it all up and it gets rid of it for me, neat and tidy, without any problems. 50 of them. Get rid of some of those. A load of excess. And I've got all of this concrete as well. I'm going to get rid of some of the concrete. You know, I've got 50 concrete ordered at the moment. So if I get rid of a whole load of the concrete, they'll come whizzing up and they'll take them out for me. So this here we've got power on. So if I take that and I run a bit of power up to there, like that, that'll start joining that in. I can do that there. That's going to start joining power in that side and bring it in over there. And then I can bring power into... Oops. I really didn't mean to do that. Down there and take some of those out. Right. There's way too many there, but that's fine. We'll cope with that. And I can drop that one in. And then... Okay, I really got to stop pressing shift when I do that. It's because I'm pressing and holding shift as I run along, which is not the way to do this. I need to pick those all up then and try this again. So let's do it like that and then just put them down and run as we go. There we go. So that's joined those in and then I want to join that little lot in there. And they are slowly connecting up as well. As once these sort of get back online, they'll all join in. I need that one down there connected in. Like that. This one down here also needs to be connected in. I've got concrete missing in a patch there. Although I'm not really sure why. I think I did just accidentally rip up a load of concrete myself. Which I didn't intend to do. We'll see. I'm going to do another loop up there just to sort of connect that bit in. And now everything seems to be connected back in. I've got one RoboPort missing there. Doesn't really matter that the RoboPorts are missing, but I've now got a huge area of space down there, which is going to be really good. And I just want to run back up across here. We have almost run out of time for today. All I want to do now is just finish laying this bit out here. I'm going to go out 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 more on that one. And then I'm going to go up here. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, and out this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the same down here. So it's 3, 4, and 5 like that. Now, the reason that I'm doing it like this is because then I can make a blueprint. And as soon as I've made the blueprint, I'm going to pick all of these back up again, and I'm going to get rid of them. And I do it like this because you can build your blueprint, you can play around with it outside of your network. And then once you've sort of established exactly how you want it all to look and how it's all going to perform, you can then build your blueprint and run back into your network, and you can start laying it down really, really easily. So it's going to be quick, it's going to be easy, it's going to all be laid out without any extra fuss or anything like that, and it's going to work really well. So that's the plan anyway. And I run that one up to there, down through here like this, and then we can go around and we can do the final layer around the outside. So this is an absolutely massive amount of area. So one RoboPort is not going to be enough to cover. I still don't have enough chests. Not even for that. That's insane. Right, that one there, I'm actually going to change that back down to 50 now, because I don't need more than that. There we go. And we'll wait for the robots to bring up some chests to me, and as soon as they brought them up, we can go and we can just finish laying that little bit down, make the blueprint, bring it back down here. I will have to... I'm actually going to join the robots up, and I'm going to set this one to deconstruct, bring the robots up into it, and let the base robots deconstruct all of it. And then we're going to be reconstructing it over this side. I'm going to be removing some of the trees and stuff. I kind of want it in a central location. It doesn't have to be too central, but it's got to be near. I've got to have banks of these in between. So what I might do is I might have like a big bank of robots, and then one of the areas of this as well. Kind of do both of them together. It should work out all right. So there's my 50 chests. I shouldn't need any more than that just to finish this off. I've got those two little lines there. Bring that in, run down, put those in, and one final line along there. So there we go. We've got a symmetrical layout. That is absolutely beautiful. That really is. Look at it, all flashing there. And if I grab that one, I got 1,000 storage chests. Storage size, I think it's exactly 1,000. It just says 1K. One of those, and 1,000 storage chests. That is just insane. That really is. Although I don't know if that one is going to reach exactly double the width that we've got. I hope it does, but we'll see. So, we got long-term storage on here. Oop, there we go. Long-term storage, except there is our nest, our network that we've got laid down. That is absolutely beautiful. That is really, truly beautiful. And if I lay that down, is that going to be... oh dear. Look at the blue. I need to have it, that's there. I need to have it there. I've got to have it overlap slightly in order to get power into the RoboPorts. Otherwise the power supply is too far away. So what I'm going to have to do, I think, is do a gap down the side. So it's not actually complete yet. I need RoboPorts. That's what I got to do now. I got to get my RoboPort supply here, and I'm actually going to boost that up to 50 for a minute. And yes, I think I've got just enough time to sort of do this. I am pushing it for time now. I'm going to have 50 RoboPorts, and I'm going to do RoboPorts all the way around the outside of that thing, and that is going to help with the situation with getting everything like supplied with robots. There should be a little burst of RoboPorts coming over to see me in just a minute. I've got 410 of these, so we've still got a shortage of advanced circuits on the base. We know that the power situation has sorted itself out, so we're going to start looking at some of the other major shortages that we've got. Here come the RoboPorts. They'll be here in a minute. I've got 10 at the moment. there we go. They're flying in now. I think they just had to stop to resupply on their way over. I've got some more chests coming in. The RoboPorts, I might actually have a little bit of shortage of those simply because of the sheer number of red circuits that it takes to build them. But anyway, we're gonna take our RoboPorts now, and I'm gonna go like that, and I'm gonna put them in a line all the way round like this. If I shift click on there, it does actually remove the trees and then put the robots down for me. And this is actually perfect. This is the perfect size to make this work well. So if I go like that there, because it works out exactly to the right number of roboports. So I got roboports all the way around the outside, and I got that big power line in the middle. In order to get the big power line to meet up again, I'm going to have to add a few extras in, because I can put one out here, and I'm going to do that dead center. And that is dead center there. So that one will meet, and that will actually then meet up with that. But there's no guarantee that it's going to meet up everywhere, so I'm going to have to do that dead center, top, bottom, and the two sides. So I'll do that over there, and I'll do that out there. So it's exactly symmetrical, so I can overlap that one if I want to. And you know what I could also do? I could actually get some more roboports down on top of this. I don't know how well this will work, but I could basically run a double line of them. If I go up like that, yeah, I don't think this is going to work very well. They're not in the right places. So what I want to do is I want to get, yeah, if I have, oh, I suppose I could have a gap like that. No, I don't want to have a gap. They need to sort of be overlapping like that in order to get this to work well, because symmetry, it's all about symmetry. You need to have symmetry when you're making a base. It's all about, this is the one thing you need to do. Except I don't like this. I'm going to have to go and wait for more roboports anyway, but no, I don't think we need to have those extra ones. I think we can do it just like this. We can have a little bit of gap in between the roboports. That's not going to hurt at all. So if I come into there and then I go to my blueprint and I take that one, where is my blueprint? Where is my blueprint for this? Oh, it's that one there, right there. I go shift, right click like that. That will clear it completely. And then I can go out like that. And now I can take the new one. So we got 37 roboports, 5 big electric poles, 1,000 storage chests. Now we're talking. Now this is long-term storage. So I'm going to take that one, long-term and storage like that. Ooh, help if I could spell. There. And tick. That is correct. That is what we want. So that is all joined in there. And I've got the long-term storage, the first bit. I'm going to risk running across all of those tracks there. And this is where I want to put the first one down. Kind of somewhere along here. You know, I think if I go, move it over a little bit like that. I've got some telegraph poles in the middle. I can get rid of those telegraph poles. I can bring that back over this way. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Let me get rid of that. And I'm going to go here. I'm going to get rid of that robot. That roboport, I should say. Like that. And I'm going to get rid of there and that one there. And that power line. And then I'm also going to come over this side and I'm going to get rid of that one and that one there. So the power lines are out the way. So then I've got enough room in here to put the first one down. So then I need to go, where is it now? It's there. And if I go onto there like that, I can push this one over as far as I can over that way. I could probably go over, can I reach over another robot? Yes, I can. I can put it there. So now, yep, that's perfect. Onto the fourth one there. So then if I press shift and I put that down, they'll remove all of those trees and they'll put down all of these roboports here. That's my new system there. And I'm going to come up behind that train there and hope that I don't get another one to kill me. I'm then going to go up to here and I'm going to take my deconstructor and I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And I'm going to deconstruct that lot there like that. And in order to make this work properly, all of my robots are here, see? What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put that one there. And I'm going to go up again. And then I'm going to go in there. And I'm going to go in there like that. And the reason that I've done that is because then the robots from the base, they're going to come up and they're going to take these. They're going to remove all of this. They're going to take the whole lot away. It's all going to be moved. And I'm waiting on power. Go on, you can do this. If you could all just come into me. Yeah, see, they're still waiting on power. So what I got to do now is I got to take this one. And I've got no power on half of my base here. How have I managed to remove power from 3/4 of my base? I don't have power coming down this far south here. So if I put one in there and I put one in there, that will connect them back together again. I can put some more power in here. It's because of where I moved the power previously. So I can put some across there. And this has all now got power coming up here, so then I can come back over this side. Like that. And I can run power up there. So now I've got power going up to everything. And it's going to start extracting that lot. I can turn my roboports back down to only 5. Actually, I'm going to... No, we will go for 5. 5 is a sensible number. And... we are done. I have laid everything out. I've planned everything. These here are slowly building up with... Why isn't there power on that? There should be power on that one. Oh, it's because I haven't connected these. They're still not connected. There. Now they've got power. Everything's coming in. All these are my robots at the moment. The ones that are going really slow. Some of these are my robots and some of them are other robots. There we go. Boom. That lot going out there. That's the construction robots. They've suddenly gotten their orders... and they are racing back north. So my robots are all back. And those robots are all racing off up there. And they're going to extract everything. That's all come up now inside the network. That's all part of my network. I can leave these roboports here. It doesn't matter. It's not going to affect it in any way. I got 4 of my own robots have gone dashing off somewhere else. But that's okay. They're going to bring those through. And what's going to happen is... they're bringing them over this side. They're bringing them over here. I mean, we've got most of these chests in place anyway. The only thing that I don't have, with my clever laying out of all of this, is I didn't put power to all of these, which is a bit of a problem. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? I think what I'll need to do... yeah. Because it's not going to be something that I'm going to build frequently... I don't think I need to worry a huge amount about the lack of power all the way around, but I am going to have to manually go around and put poles down so that all of the roboports have got some power. And that's the only sort of major drawback that I got to this. I should have thought of this. This is my bad. I really should have thought of this. But we now have our long-term storage issue has been solved. We had a slight long-term storage issue. It wasn't a major problem, but it was a bit of an issue. So I've got... why haven't I got power coming into that? Oh, it's because those poles aren't quite reaching them. That's why. And that one in there, and then that one in there. Right, so now we have long-term storage in here, and I think they've already started... no, they haven't started using it yet. They will start using it, but they haven't started using it yet. I got a tree there. Look. There's 2 trees over here, and I don't know why they haven't been cut down. I thought that they would have been. Come on. Squeak through needs to work here. Let's take you down. Yeah, it's because... oh. I think the roboport wasn't actually built or something. I'm not quite sure, but I've done that, and I've picked up the roboport. I'll put that back into place now. There we go. And we're done. So, if you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. We have sorted long-term storage today. And we've also extended our power supply. So we shouldn't have any issues with our power supply for a little while now. Which means that we're now finally in a position that we can actually do what I wanted to do, which is start extracting this lot. Because we're having to make enough storage so that we can store 4.4 million coal from there, plus 1.4 million coal there, the iron, and all of this as well. So we can clear all of this area so that we've got a huge zone in order to lay down a much better modulated power supply. But I don't like building on top of resources. So personally I have to get rid of these resources first, and that's what today has been all about. So yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye and see you later.